Hello. Sweet, sweet collective. I'm still un petit peu under the weather, but we're getting better. We are getting better. Man, I've been cruising YouTube these last few days. And holy moly, people are picking up the sickness that I picked up. The entrapments that I've been picked up. I tell you, when it's going around the ether, us psychics pick it up all around the motherfucking world, man. Like, honestly, such an amazing, unique ability to do this type of job. And then to connect with somebody from like Puerto Rico that just happened to pull the same cards as you that day. Like, magic is insane. It just blows my mind every day how magic works. And I really hope that you're finding little miracles in your life where magic shows their face, you know, because magic is such it's such an incredible feeling to witness it, because it is like watching miracles, and it is watching magic happen right before your eyes. Because, man, when something is ready for you, that consciousness level to be able to see beyond is such an amazing ability. All right, here we go. Season of the Witch. We're going into Yule. You know, I've been seeing there's a season of the Witch for every season, which I didn't know. And I'm like, nah, I like my Yuletide. I like my Yuletide deck, thank you. I'm just going to stick with this one. Here we go. Okay, come on, Sag. What are you giving me here, Temperance? There we go. So I'm getting the movie Good Will Hunting right now. It's a gem. Rewatched it last night. You know, every time I watch that movie, there's always a new like lesson I learn, right? And like last night's lesson that I learned through Will Hunting was so many things that happen to us when we are younger, we carry on our lives like the most obvious scar. And one thing that we never quite grasp is if they beat us and they yelled and they screamed and they hit and they abused and they did things they weren't supposed to, how can you say it wasn't my fault if it wasn't supposed to happen? What did I do to make my parent do that? Right? It's abandonment issues. I hate when a shrink wants to look at you and tell you this is why this is happening and this is why this is happening because they read it from a fucking textbook. But when you actually diagnose what's wrong with you and what's going on inside of you, and then you release that to know that you were a child and that things that happened to you were not your fault and that it's not your fault. And I know you can shrug it off and be like, I know it's not my fault, but you have to understand it wasn't your fault. Nothing that happens to you when you're a child, when you are not in control of yourself because you're a child, is your fault. That the people around you are the ones that are supposed to take care of you. Those ones that are in double digits are supposed to be watching you. They made agreements with your soul to protect you, which is why you birthed through them. And then they took advantage of that and they lied and they stole and they cheated and they did things that they weren't supposed to do. And then that child carries that on because that was a soul contract that person was supposed to follow through with them and follow through with the lies and the laws say. And they didn't. That fucks with people's psyches for their whole life. Easily. Okay, it's without question a place of mystery, whispers of power you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath thy ground and remind you, dear child, you are magic. What was I just talking about? magic is everywhere. Okay. And I think the universe is trying to get people to notice it and to get out of their heads on shit and to get into their bodies again. You know, getting out of your head and into your body is a miraculous thing. Okay. I actually just kind of noticed that I'm not going with my mind anymore. It's not about what my mind says. It's about what my body wants. How do I honor myself? How do I love myself every day enough so that I can show people, listen, this is how you appreciate yourself. This is how you honor yourself. This is how you love yourself. You don't have to do what those other people did that hurt you, that said they loved you. If they loved you, they would never have hurt you. Because love doesn't come with hurt. And love is not an ultimatum. Love is not do this or I take this away. That's not what love is. People are very blinded by what love is. Okay. So the universe right now is really trying to tell you that magic is around you, that you're entering. I think that you're about to enter a stage of magic. Okay. And it's going to be a winding road until you get there. But it's the winding road that sometimes it shows you more than something straight and to the point, right? When you wind around a road, it's because the straight to the point's not working. You have to understand it better. Okay, so there's something you have to understand better. Okay, and with poinsettia, cast the shadows, scream silence at them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. Okay, so I almost think that the world wants you to entangle yourself in magic. Okay, it's almost like, I swear, if I was going to shuffle the horror oracle, I'd be getting Pan's Labyrinth, right? To open up daydreaming again, to open up to yourself again, to what you're saying to yourself, not what other people have said to you, not what other people have deranged you into believing or brainwashed you into believing. Okay, how you function every day is a reflection of how you truly care and love and honor yourself. There's honor in everything that you do if you can make it worth something. Okay. And then snow. There is beauty in the divine that settles on thy flesh, a magical enchantment bestowed in purity. So they're talking about the cleanliness of snow, right? The divine purity that comes with snow and how it lays down on the ground and it gives us a new look. Right? Snow gives us a new perspective. And even in the middle of the night, on the darkest night, you walk outside, you can see because there's snow. Snow allows people to see in darkness. Okay? And then when you've got that moon shining, you've got a full moon and a fucking full city of snow, you don't need light. Why do you need artificial light? You don't need artificial light for bullshit. You're not going to get artificial light anymore. Maybe that's what we're talking about. Right? It's like turn off the lights and see what you're missing. Right. And actually, I talked to a guy at work about this yesterday because my apartment is so brightly lit up. OK, like my landlord put way too many lights in the kitchen and I can't have the lights on. It's ridiculous. It's too fucking bright. I need a dimmer and I won't turn them on. I just won't turn the lights on in my apartment. I have lamps. I have string lights. I have lanterns. I don't do artificial light. I don't like it. You'll see, I should probably have the lights on in my room, but instead I use the sun is coming through instead. I don't want to turn on light. What light does is it blinds you. Okay. And you don't need that type of blindness anymore. It's almost like maybe someone's been trying to like shove light down your throat or something, or like get religion on your side or get you believing in God or some shit like that. Okay. And it's like, it's not that cut and dry all the time. You don't have to believe that something is there. The thing that I do, because I am so uncomfortable with labels like that and gods and Bibles and bullshit, I don't like labels on things. Archangels, I hate that word. That word drives me crazy because there's something wrong with archangels that say they're coming to help you when really they're gonna fuck you up. Angels are also demons, right? And what's the definition of a fucking angel in a demon's eyes? Like, Like, honestly, so you're going to tell me that these Bible thumping preachers that are out there touching children have the hand of God? Like, what the fuck is God then? That's bullshit, right? It's like I can see 50, the number 50 all of a sudden just like popped up. I don't know what that means, but 50. It's like somebody's has to change, right? It's like you've hit the middle mark of your life or something. Now you've got to flip it. Right? You've got to like learn, do like, oh yeah, what I do? Man, when I want to manifest, or when I'm having a really bad day and I don't know who to talk to because I don't have any fucking family. I have my sister. I don't have any friends, no family, no support system, nobody to talk to. I don't even have anybody's phone numbers. I have nobody but my sister. So I'm like, who do I talk to? I pick up the phone. You know what I say? I got to call my universe. I got to call some people on my universe, on my fucking level. I got to talk to somebody. Someone's got to help me through this. There's got to be somebody that's up there that can fucking answer this phone and tell me what I've got to do. But it's got to be on my fucking watch, on what I believe in. We all have to come from something. I mean, whether or not you think you're an alien, or you think you're a seed, or you think you're a star seed, or you think you're an angel, you think you're whatever the fuck, you got to come from something. Right? It's like the chicken and the egg. Like, you got it. There's an egg here somewhere. It's like, where did you hatch from? What is going on with you? And that's why when you introduce magic, I don't believe in religion or godly things. I have to believe that I have a creator, that I have somebody that created me, that my soul derived from, or came about from, or cultivated from, or fucking whatever, birthed from. I don't give a shit. Use your fucking words. I don't know, man. Words fuck me up. I just like to picture things. I don't like words. Okay. Words are tricky, okay? That's why. Words are very tricky, because they put these labels on things, and they put these things on things, and then you have to, you hear the word church, and then you automatically associate with these fucking buildings and these temples that could have fucked you up, when really, like, I think the Bible says, don't build churches and don't go to church. But people read that part of the Bible? No, they're going to read the parts that they like, that tell you all these other fucking stupid things. I mean, it's a story. It's just a story. These people live off this shit like it's fucking liquid cocaine inside of them. Like it's the fucking water inside of them. It's a Bible that they don't even know who the fuck wrote to begin with. Okay? Why is everybody changing it? And why does nobody ever talk about it? And why do people have to go somewhere and fucking pray to it? I don't understand. That's culty. It's like maybe you're a part of a cult. I don't fucking know. Maybe your parents are a part of a cult. Maybe they did something. I don't fucking know. But the world is like, if you believe in magic, okay, if you start to believe, if you just start to like manifest or write some shit down that you think, listen, I want something to happen for me. So I'm going to write this down. I'm going to say, I want to blah, blah, blah by 2024. You write that shit down, and you fucking, you put it in your sock drawer, you put it on your altar. Watch what that manifests. If you concentrate on it and you don't just forget about it. And sometimes manifestations are the best to be forgotten about, because then you're building it in another dimension. Your soul is doing something with it and doesn't want anybody to know about it. So you're just going to do it in silence. So many things can get done in silence. People are so used to screaming and yelling and showing things. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Like honestly, it doesn't make sense to me to yell at somebody. It doesn't make sense. It's counterproductive, right? So it's like, whatever this is, the universe is like, if you start to believe in magic, watch it change your life, because the beauty that's going to come out of your life once you introduce something. That's all the universe is asking you. It's just, dude, just believe in something that's not dead, dark, and deceiving, and evil, and devilish, and awful. Believe in something. Believe in a butterfly as an afterlife. Anything that just opens up that door so you can see beyond these bright lights that somebody's turned on for you, right? Turn the lights off, turn the moon on, and wait for the snow to guide you. It's going to guide you somewhere. It's going to show you that you don't need these other things, and actually, my ex-boyfriend back in the day, we were on this island. His parents had this, basically it was like a generational cottage on this island, like it was part of the family or whatever. And there were like no lights. Okay. This was an island, like maybe 100 cabins on it, very small, but big, right? I mean, for 100 cabins, it's still big. I think it was called like Strawberry Island or Snake Island, or I think it's Snake Island. I don't know. Anyways, it's like Lake Superior. No, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know. Anyways, but there was no lights. So I was like walking around with this flashlight, and I was driving my boyfriend at the time crazy, okay? Because he grew up on this island. He knew that island like the back of his hand, him and his brother. That's all they did was cruise the island their whole fucking life. So they know it like the back of their hand. I don't. So here I am walking around with a flashlight when there's a full fucking moon. Finally, he's like, Whitney, turn that fucking light off. I can't see. I go, what do you mean you can't see? This is the whole fucking point of a flashlight. Of course you can see. He goes, yeah, I can see what the flashlight's showing me, but I can't see anything else. What if somebody comes up behind us? What if an animal comes up behind us? I can't see because I'm going to have to adjust my eyes. And I go, adjust your eyes? What the fuck are you talking about? He turns the fucking flashlight on me, and then I notice what I'm doing wrong. The flashlight, we can only see exactly what that flashlight is showing us because the rest of the fucking world is pitch black out there. That is not a guarantee for me. I don't like that view. So turn the fucking light off, let the moon guide you. And that's exactly what it did. It lit the entire island up. We walked back to the house, back to the cabin. That was, oh my God, at least a mile away. Okay. At least. I felt like we were walking forever through the woods. Okay. This motherfucker goes, grab my arm and close your eyes. What? Yo, he walked me through woods. I'm talking sticks, twigs, fucking branches are fucking, I know, hitting off him. But he's got his hand up, right? I'm like down like this, like, Shade, where the fuck are you taking me? You son of a bitch. We're gonna end up in the fucking water. And then all of a sudden, boom, we were at the cabin. And he's like, see, I told you. I know this island at the back of my hand, but it's trust, you know? So now all of a sudden I'm thinking somebody doesn't trust something. Again, Goodwill Hunting. Okay, Skylar's telling Will she loves him, and he can't grasp it. He can't understand that somebody could possibly love him because the only people that said they loved him hurt him, abandoned him, did things to him that they weren't supposed to do, and that's what he associated love. He figured he was not lovable. That's awful. That's awful to think about yourself. That's to think that you are unloved because of what other people did to you is like the saddest story ever. Like when he finally breaks down, oh my God, my sister had to make me laugh because I was starting to cry because it's like watching somebody break. It's like you have to break, right? That's the only way. And sometimes a good cry will do that. It will break that stagnation inside of you, and it will break this awful darkness that's in somebody that's telling them that they can't be light because the light is going to be too much for them. That's horseshit. Yeah, that's horseshit. How can light be too much for you? Yeah, artificial light can be too much for you. And then they can try to blind you. Of course that's going to be too much. But we're not asking you for too much. That means that somebody's even scared you into believing that you can be light. Oh my God. The fuck? That's really sad. That is really sad. Honestly, my sister and I were talking about this last night. We talk about it often, but my stepmother and my father were so psychologically manipulative that we actually wish that they just beat us. Because then it's like the psychologicalness of what they did and how much they lied on our behalf and how much they brainwashed us into believing that their way was the way and that meant hurting you at every fucking point in time. Like to believe that, it's like I just would have wished that my stepmother just would have came into my room and hit me and then just went to bed and got over it. But instead she had to brainwash my father. She had to instill I was a liar. She had to psychologically fuck with a 6-year-old because she felt threatened by me. I just would have wished she just pounded the shit out of me. It would have been so much more easier to just deal with the abuse than deal with the psychologicalness that I'm still fucking dealing with 30 years later. Not saying that being beaten would have been easier, but at this point in time, fuck them, right? I wish they would have just beaten me because what they got away with, at least I would have had the scars. I've got the scars, but they're not visible. So nobody believes they're there. Unless you fucking followed my life, then you would see scar after scar after scar. But my parents don't see that. They just saw that I was a disruption. I couldn't get my shit together. There was something wrong with me. They always just said there was something wrong with me. Like, what do you mean there's something wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with me. What did you do? Like, they should have fixed my back when I jumped off and fucking tried to break my back after my stepfather fucking sexually assaulted me in a fucking hotel room when I was 3. I tried to dislocate my back. They still wouldn't fix it. They just, oh, Whitney walks crooked because she wants to walk crooked. That's what they would say. Yo, my back, I'll probably end up dying of spinal cancer because the deformities of my back will just get worse and worse and worse, which will lead to cancer, which will lead to my death. And there's nothing I can do about it because I can't afford to go to a chiropractor because this should have gotten fixed 20 fucking years ago, but it didn't. Because my parents wanted to save money and wanted to call me a liar. See, like, I even called myself a liar. I was like, you can't have this much back pain. There's no fucking way. Get up, go to work. Until I went and got a fucking x-ray. My scoliosis is so fucking bad. It's stage 4. Which means one more stage and it's done. They'll never be able to actually reverse it. And as of this point, I haven't seen a chiropractor now for 3 or 4 years, and it's probably seized up. Like, my back, I can sometimes barely walk. And that's the way of my life because my parents called me a liar when I was 4 years old. And then when I was 5, and then when I was 6, and then when I was 7, and then when I was 8, and then 10, and 12, and 14, and 16. And of course, I was a liar last year, and I'm a liar today, and I'm just a liar, right? A girl who has a truth channel on YouTube telling tarot is apparently a liar. And I don't let their psychological bullshit interfere with my life anymore. Because if I was going to believe what they say, then I'm the most awful person in the world. And I know that I'm not. I don't hurt people. They do. So it's like somebody's got to point the blame where the blame is due, and the darkness at the people that put them in the darkness, and then accept the light however way it is. It's not corny. It's not fucking, it's not full of shit. The light is not going to reject you. It's not going to say you're too dirty. I'm homeless. Well, I was homeless. I don't even have hot water. I haven't had hot water for 5 days, so my landlord won't fucking fix it. Like, I'm a fucking bum. I don't have a car. I barely have money. And I might have to move my sister and I again because our landlord's a fucking piece of shit. And it's either that or I'm going to fucking hurt him. Like, I'm a fucking bum. Like, who the fuck cares about, like, and the light accepts me. Like, I have BO right now. Like, I give a shit. Like, I can't even shower. Like, I give a shit. And the light accepts me. So why wouldn't it accept you? I was diddled as a fucking child. Fucking, like, completely fucking destroyed by every parent that ever said that they fucking loved me. I've been hated by everybody that's around me because I'm something that they fucking despise. I have guys rejecting me and walking in with girlfriends right in front of my face as if that's not going to fucking kill me at the end of the day because I'm some tough bitch. No, I'm not. I'm just like everybody else. And the light accepts me. So if it'll accept me and all my tragedies, I would imagine it's going to accept you. Yeah, see? It's like somebody is like terrified of the Bible. Like, I don't know if you were told to read the Bible when you were a kid or something like that. Like, this is not what I'm talking about. This isn't spiritual. The Bible isn't spiritual. Okay, it's brainwashing. I'm always going to believe that. And that's my personal opinion. And I don't really care what anybody thinks about it. It's the way that I see it. And it's the way I'm always going to see it. Okay? So, somebody was like brainwashed by something. And they're so scared because it took them down. It made them sick. Believing in these things made somebody sick. Okay? And that's not what this is talking about. Like, this is not what the universe is trying to do. Okay? They were clearly involved with the devil in something that they did to you. Okay? And that's not what this energy is trying to get you to do. This energy, honestly, I really feel like somebody needs to cry. And they need to cry a lot. Okay, and they need to be in a hot shower or under hot water, and you need to let this thing out of you. And honestly, through tears is the best thing. Cry, let it out, let yourself know you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything, and you will be loved by people who truly care about you. Like, the love that I have for my sister is beyond this world. And people get mad at me because of it. Because I would throw down for her. Because I would fucking get hit by a bullet for her. Because I would spend my last dollar to make sure that she had fucking warmth that night. That's what love is. It's not about sex. It's not about fucking how hot you are. It's about connection. It's about truly connecting with yourself, loving yourself, and honoring yourself in a way that clearly people around you did not do. And that is not it. Let me tell you, whatever these people did was wrong. It was very wrong. And by telling you to not believe in something and then to believe into the devil instead is ridiculous. The devil was an angel too. Like, he fell off a beaten path, right? And now he's pissed off about it and he hurts people. Do you really want to be that person that got thrown off the path and then just goes and throws it around to everybody else, goes and hurts other people? Don't be that person. Don't be that person that goes and hurts other people. Why? Stop it at you. Cry, let it out, and let love in. Whatever it is. Even if it's a bird. Like I said, just let it in. However way. Plant a seed. Watch it grow. Let light in that way. Anything you can possibly do that gets you out of feeling like nobody could ever love you because you're imperfect. Who the fuck is perfect? I'd really, like, honestly, and like, I can see it. I can see the people who think they're perfect. And let me tell you, their shit stinks more than yours. Okay? Their bank accounts are disgusting. Their cheapness and fucking entitlement issues. Like, honestly, I can see the perfection people out there. And no matter how much makeup, no matter how much cologne, no matter how much nice clothes you put on, ain't gonna hide the stank in your breath. It's true. So, don't live by other people's mottos anymore. It's not getting you anywhere. Let it out. And I swear, when the snow comes, it's going to change your life because you're going to see it differently now. That's what I feel like. I feel like somebody, it's like, it's going to almost be like new eyes. You know, you have to see something differently. And that's what changes everything because the universe is here to work with you, right? What you do and how you create karma for yourself is how you treat other people and what you've, you know, really accomplished in this life. And I think at this point in time, it doesn't even matter what you've accomplished for other people. It's what have you done for yourself? Like, it seems like so many people, they need all this attention and they need all this love. And then you forget about yourself. And it's like, man, if you're not putting yourself on the front burner, if you're not doing something for yourself and experiencing this place, then one day it's going to be up. And then what? You know, like honestly, my landlord makes up so many fucking excuses. Excuse. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Now he says he had 2 months to finish my apartment. And then months before that. And I was sick last week when he was going to come over one day. And now is blaming 2 months of no renovations being done on one day that I was sick last week. Like, that's the kind of fucking douchebag I'm dealing with right now who says he respects women. He doesn't respect anybody but himself. He wants his paycheck at the beginning of the month and then he wants to sit on his ass like most people. Don't be that guy. Be that person that grabs somebody's arm in the middle of the woods and walks them to safety. You have every fucking capacity to do that. Like, but someone's told you that you've got to live in darkness with them because it's darkness or the light's going to blind you. It's called sunglasses. So, we're going to end this because... yeah. Oh, look, on the bottom of the deck, self-care. I am really digging that. If not me, then who? To tend to the wholeness, the parts in which surround thy pulse for a heart that's nearer than any other. Which means tend to your own heartstrings. Whose heart is closer to you than your own? Nobody. So why do you keep wondering how other people's hearts are when your heart is on the line? Your heart is right here. If it breaks, it's never going to come back. Oh, that's a really nice card. Because whose heart is closer to you than your own? Never actually seen it that way before. That is quite beautiful. Anyways, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Or just enjoy the freeness of the channel. If you've been looking for my TikTok channel, it's gone. It's deleted. Too many viruses. Too much shit on my phone. It was awful. TikTok is a giant virus, so be very careful. So don't look for that anymore. It's over with. Which I knew it was going to be a short life anyway, so whatever. Yeah. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, don't fucking take it, because it's just going to cause you headaches that you don't need, apparently. Okay. That's some good advice right there. And also, you know, like the best thing in Good Will Hunting, now we're going back to that, the best thing that ever happens in that movie is when Ben Affleck tells him what's up. When Will's like, I'm not going to take this job, and they're going to treat me like some lab rat, and I'm just going to be, you know, growing up, living beside you, and we're going to have kids, and we're going to fucking go to Fenway Park together. And he's like, I'll fuck kick your ass in 10 years if you're still fucking living here doing this. Like, because honestly, like, that's the best piece of advice that he ever could have gave him through that entire movie was, no, you're not like everybody else. No, you're not gonna break rock and fucking live in fucking Southie for the rest of your life. Like, if you don't have to, why would you? Right? Like, this is your ticket out of here, clearly. Like, Magick is your ticket out of being like everybody else, because not everybody watches these videos, and not everybody in my town is gonna ever believe in magic. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, they think magic is some magician that comes out with some fucking rabbit in a hat. That's not magic. That's not what I'm talking about. Magic is the things that you have to believe in to see. You have to believe that things are there in order to cultivate it, in order to manifest it. And trust me, the second you step into your own light, the second you step into something, is better than the darkness that you're dwelling in that will not let you grow for the life of you. Because it says growth is counterproductive. That's impossible. Trust me. So, that's it.